Shanti, brothers and sisters. Warm greetings again to all of you who are with us live. We really appreciate you taking the time to be with us. And then also greetings to all of you joining us later on through the video. This weekend, the BK family is celebrating a global Bhati with the theme of awareness. And brothers and sisters might remember that we heard a Morley on awareness just a few Sundays ago. So it seems worthwhile to revisit that morally. Baba explains to us that this whole game is a play of awareness and losing awareness. In the golden age, we naturally are aware that we're a soul, and we are aware that everyone else is a soul. We don't have the knowledge of the cycle. We don't have the knowledge of the three worlds. We don't have the knowledge of Chit, but we are aware that we are soul. And we are aware that it's natural for the soul to leave one body and take another. We're aware of the concept of eternity. Nature also doesn't end, it just changes form. So one thing changes a form to another thing. This is the natural process of nature as well. For example, an apple grows on a tree, and then it falls to the ground and decays, and then becomes part of the soil again. And you could say the apple is gone, or you could say the apple is transformed, and transformed would be more accurate. So in the golden and silver ages, we are aware. We're aware of the light, that everything is molecules of light in nature, and there's a point of light that's a soul that's on a journey. And then from the Copper Age onwards, we lose that awareness. So Baba says, look how much you do after death. Look how much death impacts on your life. So much of life is defined by death, in fact, in the Copper and Iron Age. So much difference because you've lost awareness. Baba says you've lost the awareness of your original religion and qualities. You've lost the awareness that you're all souls, brother souls of Shiv Baba. So you then come into your ego of the body and you're different to each other, and that causes conflict. So Baba says you behave like orphans because you've forgotten yourself. You've forgotten your original religion. You've forgotten your original home. You've forgotten your original father. So this is a game of remembering and forgetting. And then now at Confluence Age, our effort is basically about awareness. The word in Hindi for awareness is smriti, S-M-R-U-T-I. And smriti, or maybe double O-T-I, with a soft T, smriti. And smriti is something which slips away. It's like mercury. It's very subtle. We don't realize that something is an awareness, and that awareness just gone in a second. But also, those awarenesses don't really go anywhere. Those awarenesses get filled in our subconsciousness. So, for example, if you bring an awareness of a past memory, whether that's positive or negative, you'll then record that in your subconscious. And then it will keep coming back up again. So everything that we keep in our awareness, it impacts on our subconsciousness. And that subconsciousness then continually brings things back into our awareness. So as the cycle goes on, as Iron Age goes on, we become heavier. Our experiences are worse. We're accumulating more and more sorrow. So we become prisoners of our own awareness, don't we? If you look in the world nowadays, big topic is mental health, because souls are very burdened. You could have everything in your external life, but you can be a prisoner to your own awareness. You can be a prisoner to your own subconsciousness. So Baba comes to free us from that inner prison as well, because there's such a mixture inside of us now. And Baba teaches us powerful awareness, awareness based upon the knowledge that we hear in the Morali. Baba is constantly in a powerful awareness. So when you look at Baba, you see in his eyes complete truth. He doesn't come out of an awareness of truth. When he sees the Brahmin soul, he sees them in their angelic and deity form. He doesn't see us in our transitory, weak, impure form. He knows we got a burden of sin, but he doesn't see us as a sinner. He knows that we have accumulated a lot of impurity, but he still sees us as sweet children. So Baba has permanent, powerful, elevated awareness of every soul. So he's very positive about everyone all the time. And because of that, we can begin to become positive. We can begin to become powerful. Baba says that awareness is then also like the water and the food for your sanskars. So the more that you have awareness on negative things, actually it brings the worst out of you. So it's your own wasteful, negative, powerful thought, negative and weak thoughts that emerges the weaknesses in you. It reinforces the weaknesses in you. It brings out the worst in you. But the more that you focus upon your powerful awareness, Baba says that your old sanskars will just continue to diminish in their power. And your original virtues will continue to become empowered again. You used to have all the virtues. You used to be completely viceless. That's a very powerful awareness because it makes us aware that actually we're not becoming something that we weren't. We're just becoming what we originally were. Just because something has become normal does not mean that it's natural. Something that is natural means it was with you at the beginning of the golden age because you came from the soul world. And in that fresh state, what was with you, that's your nature. That's natural. That's who you really are. Everything else is acquired. They're acquired sanskar. Baba calls them Ravan's property, not your property. But the thing is that Ravan's property has become normal. We have normalized the use of the vices, normalized all of these different wasteful thoughts, patterns of wasteful thinking, negative thinking. So then that feels natural, but it's not natural. It's just become normal. So Baba is saying to us, children, what you need to do is that you need to once again become aware of what was natural for you. Then we have the awareness of the cycle. This is confluence age. So you all have to return home and you all have to come into the golden age in just a few years' time. It's not even that long now. So that awareness of time is very powerful. What is the time? What direction is time taking me in? What destination is time taking me in? If you are someone who has to become an angel and a deity, you can't really resist. The drama will just motivate you to make your efforts and reach your destination. Drama and Baba will protect you from yourself, in fact. So sometimes Brahmins, they're rebellious, like sometimes they might go off and go on a little other, Baba used to call it a detour. But actually, if their destiny in the drama is to become an angel, they'll just come back in the past. And in fact, they might even become a better effort maker than they were before, because the destiny of the drama means they have to catch up. So Baba is saying that drama is now not going to let you do anything else. You have to become karmatit now. Every cycle, you have conquered Ravan. You have conquered the weaknesses, the Maya. You've crossed all the test papers. The great distraction that's to come is fearsome for everyone else, but not for you, Brahmins, because you have the awareness that you crossed those test papers every cycle. And look, you're still here. So you didn't get eliminated, did you? So you were fine. You passed, you crossed. So the awareness of time makes us powerful. This word smriti in Sanskrit has a D in it instead of a T. It's smriti in Sanskrit. And the famous two words or phrase from the scripture, the Gita, in the final chapter, the 18th chapter and final chapter of the Gita, is smriti labda. And that means becoming absorbed in the awareness, becoming the embodied, the form of awareness. So smriti labda means being absorbed in awareness. And Baba explains that the meaning of that is to become the embodiment of the awareness that you're practicing. So he says in Hindi, it's smriti swarup. Swa means self, S-W-A, and Roop, R-O-O-P, that means the form, the embodiment. So Baba says that your final chapter of this study is to become the form of all of these awarenesses. You've got to practice them over years, and then at the end, you have to be the form of these awarenesses. He says it's in the drama that they created a Gita of 18 chapters because Brahma Baba became the angel on the 18th of January. So he showed us the path of how to complete our 18 chapters. He started off with the awareness of knowing himself as a soul and knowing that he has to become Vishnu, he has to become a deity. And then by the end, he was the embodiment of being the angel. So that he passed through his 18 chapters. So this word smriti has a great resonance also with the Gita, with Bhakti. And this game of awareness, so slippery, so powerful. Baba says, wherever you apply your awareness, that will grow. Awareness is water, awareness is sunshine. So you keep thinking negatively, that will grow. You think powerfully, that will grow. So I'm going to hand over to Ranjaben now to read a morally on this subject that she's selected.
Om Shanti. Good morning to all. This is Avyakt Bapdada, and the date of the Murli is 2nd January 1990. 2/2/01/90. Today, the powerful Father is seeing his all powerful children from all four directions. Each powerful one is moving according to his power. What is the basis of this powerful life? That is the alokik, elevated life which is all successful. One word is the basis. Which word is that? Awareness. In fact, if you look, the whole game of the drama is about awareness and forgetting.
So in Hindi, Smriti is the awareness. And if you remember, when you put a VI in front of something, it means absent of, without. So it's Smriti and V Smriti. So awareness and forgetting.
At this time, the game is of awareness. On what basis did Bap Dada transform you Brahmin souls? He simply reminded you that you are a soul and not a body. And this awareness brought so much transformation. Everything changed, did it not? Because the speciality of human life is awareness. Awareness is the seed with which your drishti, actions, and the whole stage change. This is why, as is your awareness, so is your stage. Has been remembered. So Baba transformed the foundation, the consciousness. Since the foundation is elevated, then the stage has easily become elevated for your whole life, has it not? And he transforms such a small thing. You are not a body, you are a soul. This is very easy. As soon as this transformation took place, the soul became aware of being a master almighty authority and became powerful. How lovely this powerful life has now become. It has become lovely, has it not? You have become the embodiment of remembrance and you remind others of this also. You transform them a great deal. With this small change in your awareness, you changed your entire world. What songs do all the Brahmins sing? How lovely is the godly world. Even if you live with worldly souls for the sake of service, where does your mind remain? The mind constantly remains in the alokik world. This is known as being the embodiment of remembrance. No matter what the situation arises, what does a soul who is the embodiment of remembrance, one who is powerful, think? This is a game. You will not be afraid, will you? For powerful souls, no matter how big the situation is, all these are just side scenes on the path which leads to the destination. That is, they are scenes on the side. So, do you like the side scenes or do you get frightened? You would even spend money to go and see the side scenes of a place you are visiting. Nowadays, people go sightseeing here in Abu also. Why do they go to see these things? They go because they enjoy it. Do they not? If there are no since on a particular path. Do people like that path? They get bored, do they not? So, to be the embodiment of remembrance means to be the embodiment of power. Call them side scenes, papers, obstacles, or problems. They are all side scenes for the soul. It is like this, is it not? Or do you sometimes get frightened? A powerful soul will never get frightened because there is the awareness that you have passed all these countless times before, and therefore it is nothing new. So, what is the foundation of this as well? Awareness. If the awareness is lost, the foundation shakes and the building of life begins to shake. But yours does not shake, does it? It is unshakable, is it not? The basis for the 4 subjects of the whole study is consciousness. The most important subject is remembrance. You refer to this remembrance as awareness. You keep yoga or remembrance in your awareness, do you not? You have yoga, which is remembrance, awareness, do you not? Who am I? And who is Baba? The second subject is Gyan. What have you received knowledge of? You have received knowledge of the Creator and the creation. The foundation of that also is that Baba has reminded you of what you were originally, what you were at the beginning, and what you are now. A Brahmin means an angel, and an angel, a deity. What else have you been reminded of? Make a list. How long is the list? It is a long list, is it not? So, what is knowledge as well? He simply gave you the awareness. The third subject is that of the divine virtues. You have been reminded of the divine virtues as well, have you not? They are the virtues of you Brahmin souls. Because the list of virtues remains in your awareness, you are able to use them according to the time and according to the actions. What is the result if there is a lack in this awareness? You are not able to use the virtue at the time of need. You are reminded after the time has passed. I did not wish to do this, but it happened. Then you think that you will not do that again. So, in order to use the divine virtues, you also need to be aware of them at the time of need. Sometimes you laugh at yourself because some things, some aspects are usually remembered, but at the time of need, you forget them. What is your state at that time? What is it? You want something and you have it too, but you do not remember it at the time of need. And so what happens is that the hands and feet begin to shake. In the same way, here also, because you do not remember at the time of need, you sometimes get afraid. So then, what brings the awareness of the divine virtues? To constantly be the embodiment of remembrance. Then the divine virtues will constantly, naturally, and easily be used in actions. The fourth subject is service. If you are not the embodiment of remembrance in service, that of being a soul who is an instrument and a world benefactor, you are not able to achieve success in service. You are then not able to make any soul the embodiment of remembrance through service. Together with that, service is to remind others of the self and Baba. So, what is the foundation of all four subjects? It is awareness, is it not? So, this one word is the essence of all knowledge, awareness. This is why Bap Dada has told you beforehand what the question of the last paper will be. It will not be a long, complicated paper, examination paper. It will be a paper of only one question. Which question will that be? Who have already heard the question of being the conqueror of attachment and being in the remembrance of one. So that means everyone should pass. Will all of you pass with the first number one, or will you pass number wise? In what number will the double foreigners pass? Number one. Will everyone be number one? So, should the rosary be completed? So, will you rule separately there? Should a separate rosary be created? You have very good enthusiasm. But Bap Dada will not separate you. He will take you with him. The double foreigners have a special chance to be last and so fast. There is this margin. Would you prefer a separate rosary? Otherwise, in the kingdom also, you would have to live where the picnic places are. If you prefer this, then a separate rosary can be made. Group Dada has told you that the permanent address of all of you is Madhuban. There is enthusiasm to be part of the rosary. This is why you say that you do not want to be left out of the rosary. The margin has been left for all of you. You will be part of it. So what did you hear? Are the teachers the embodiment of remembrance? The embodiment of remembrance in all four subjects? Is it a work of labor? It is not labor, is it? It is easy, is it not? The meaning of a teacher is one who makes others into the embodiment of remembrance through having the features of being the embodiment of remembrance. Remind others through your features. I am a soul. As soon as they look at your forehead, they should see the soul sparkling, a sparkling jewel. When they see the jewel of a snake, their attention does not go towards the snake, it goes towards the jewel. So, seeing such an eternal jewel, they will not become conscious of the body. The attention will automatically go towards the soul. The teachers are instruments for such service. You have to remind those who are forgotten. You have to remind those who have forgotten, means forgotten themselves as souls. You are powerful, are you not? Or is there fear sometimes? The teachers do not get frightened, do they? If the teachers get frightened, what will happen to the students? To be a teacher means to constantly and naturally be the embodiment of remembrance and so to be powerful. Are the teachers like this? And in brackets, it says soft replies. So some Baba's children replied Baba, but in a soft voice. You are speaking softly, Baba says. And so this proves that it is only sometimes. Just as Brahma was in front, in the same way, you teachers are also in front, are you not? To be an instrument means to be in front. In the same way, you have courage to surrender yourself. Or are you still trying to maintain your courage? Since you maintained your courage to surrender for the sake of service and you became powerful, what then is remembrance? So Baba is saying, this is the fortune of renunciation. This is the fortune of renunciation. You have already had renunciation. And so, what is so difficult about the fortune? You have had renunciation, but that renunciation is not renunciation because you have a great deal of attainment. What did you give up? What did you renounce? You simply wore a white sari. That is all. And you became even more beautiful. You became the Faristas. Faristas means angels. The angels. What else do you need? What else did you give up? Did you give up food and drink? Nowadays, even the doctors tell you not to eat a lot. Eat a little and eat simple food. These days, even the doctors don't let you eat. What else did you give up? Did you give up wearing jewelry? These days, thieves chase after jewelry. It's good that you gave it up. You did a sensible thing. This is why you received the multi-million fold fortune of renunciation. Is this right? Acha. Bap Dada is now remembering those in Athens. I don't know what happened. Something must have happened in Athens.
Just a symposium. Get go back into.
Just a small paragraph.
I think it was the Symposium of Science.
Oh yeah, and there was a lot of traffic and what you call pollution.
Jagdish Bhai had gone there, I think.
So, acha, Bap Dada is now remembering those in Athens, Greece. They are also remembering Baba a great deal. Whenever an unlimited task takes place, you definitely remember the unlimited father and the unlimited family. All the children who have gone there have courage. The courage of those who become the instruments makes the task elevated and unshakable. The love of the Father and the pure feelings and good wishes of the special souls are with the children. The intellect of the one who is the intellect of the wise makes anyone an instrument for getting the work done. This is why you must become carefree emperors, become a lighthouse and might house, and spread the vibrations of pure feelings and good wishes. Baba is giving personal love and remembrances by name to each serviceable child. Did you hear? Acha. Now Baba is giving us the blessing after the Murli to the powerful souls who are constantly the embodiment of remembrance, to the special souls who experience all situations as side scenes by becoming the embodiment of remembrance, to the children who spread the waves of remembrance like the Father. Bhaktadas love, remembrance, and namaste. And we children say namaste to Bhaktada. Thank you.
So, would any of the sisters who are here in the gathering like to say anything or ask anything? Benjamin, do you want to share anything?
Yes. When I read about the snake and the jewel, I just remember in Sakar Mullis, Baba says, the sannyasis call women. They blame women. They can't control their senses. And, and then they blame women, being trouble for tempting, at this time in this UK parliament, they are blaming women for, tempting by wearing short, skirts or whatever, and saying, provoking them to look at them and get for them to get impure thoughts. And Baba says, even the sannyasis say that women are the roots of problems for tempting men, having these red light streets and all that. But that Baba is saying that if the soul is sparkling, and if the remembrance is there, and if there is a vision, pure vision of brother, because soul is a male. I mean, if they look at souls only and not at the body, because body is a poison. But for me, I said, that's why Baba says, have such a remembrance and your features that it's your protection, because this body is like when the snake is who has a jewel in the forehead. Baba pointed out that their attention doesn't go to the body, it goes to the jewel. And so that is a great embodiment of remembrance, that nobody will be attracted towards anything else but towards the soul and to Baba. And so I thought, well, to have that practice and our behavior and our features, Baba pointed out. And Baba said, and another advantage is that nobody will come to steal your jewels. And there were lots of cases everywhere, as we know, when they see the jewelry. So that is for our protection, that Baba has this uniform for us to have a simple clothes, white clothes, no jewelry, or so I thought that was really, really good, that to have this stage awareness all the time. And it was today's blessing, and all the Murlis we last week read. In every Murli, Baba has been drawing our attention to practice in such a way, because we are seeing the times anyway, or we all know that. But once I remember when Jagdish Bhai was in Global House, and Daddy asked him to have a class for mothers only, and he was talking and he was giving an example about this jewelry. There was one mother in older mother in Delhi. She used to go to that class where Jagdish Bhai was in, in that center, Pandav Bhavan, I think. Anyhow, so this mother left early, and young person, saw her go wearing this badge, and he decided to go and snatch the badge. He thought it her badge, because he thought it was real gold. And so he went there, and his mother had a lot of intoxication, and she was very brave. She walked every day on her own, and with her pen and pencil and book. And so he approached her, and she said, "Here, you want this? You have it, but you come with me. I can get you one for." And she really persuaded and took him to the center. She wouldn't give up until he went with her. And he went, and then in front of all the class, he said, "Come now and tell what you were doing. Give your experience, how I brought you." And Jagdish Bhai just couldn't. Otherwise, Jagdish Bhai is usually serious, not very serious, but serious. I mean, he couldn't stop laughing. He said, the poor man was choking with embarrassment, and yet she says, this older mother, she didn't give up until he had to tell everybody what he was doing. And even that badge wasn't gold, it was only. And so I thought it's really good that that badge is service of that young person. And he started coming and he changed. So soul consciousness changed, Baba said. Okay, so I thought I'll share that when I read this Murli. Thank you.
I think for me, the point that stays with me in the Murli is how everything in this drama is a sightseeing. That my destination is Shiv Baba, and anything that's coming, Baba saying you don't enjoy a journey unless you've got some sightseeing to do. So consider everything that happens in your day as sightseeing. But your destination is Shiv Baba. That's who you're going to. So keep your eyes in your destination, and then just observe all these side scenes and enjoy them, whether they're testing ones or whether they're nice ones. They're all side scenes. So thank you all, and have a great week, and we look forward to seeing you again next time. Om Shanti.
Anybody?
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om
Thank you.
Shanti.
Om Shanti.